Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my opinion on 5 very fun and budget-friendly commanders. These commanders are all easy to gain access to and cost very little to buy. Furthermore, the whole deck becomes budget-friendly as you don't have to spend ridiculous amounts of money to make these commanders work. They can flourish with many cards you may already have at home, and if you did have to purchase any of the cards, they will most likely be incredibly budget-friendly. I hope you enjoy the video and find a great commander to pick up and play. Now without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Number 1. Sram, Senior Edificer. A Draw of Advisor creature that costs 1 white and 1 colorless mana to cast. He has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast an aura, equipment or vehicle spell, draw a card. So Sram is very powerful. Every time we cast an aura, equipment or vehicle spell, we get to draw a card. This can get crazy very fast. Most people, including myself, play Sram as a Voltron commander. So my deck, for example, consists of many auras and equipments to quickly pump up Sram to a high level to start knocking out players with commander damage. The deck flows incredibly well as you are always drawing cards thanks to Sram's excellent ability and low casting cost of only 2 mana. You can get this guy out very early. Sram is incredibly budget friendly as for starters he is a single colored commander, he's mono white, so all you need is white mana. You don't have to purchase any expensive dual lands such as fetch lands or shock lands. And secondly, you can buy a heck of a lot of auras and equipments on a budget. There's loads of them out there. You can buy Sram for around 35 cents. Number 2. Zada, Hedron Grinder. A legendary goblin ally creature that costs 1 red and 3 colorless mana to cast. She has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets only Zada, Hedron Grinder, copy that spell for each other creature you control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. So first off, like Sram, Zada is monocolored, so this alone helps us massively when building a commander on a budget, as you don't need those expensive lands, dual lands, shock lands, etc. Zada decks are pretty unique. When playing Zada, you are best running a spellsling sort of deck that aims to go wide with tokens and buff them up with very easy and cheap to cast instant and sorcery spells. The idea is to try and win with heavy combat damage from our token army, and thanks to Zada, this is very easily possible and can be done quite fast. You can snatch wins very fast with this commander. The great thing is most cards in Zada decks are incredibly cheap to purchase, so you can buy this commander as well for only 35 cents. Number 3. Sythis, Harvest's Hand. A legendary enchantment nymph creature that costs 1 white and 1 green mana to cast. She has 1 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Okay, very much like Sram, you are most probably building Sythis as a Voltron commander, looking for fast wins with her crazy card draw and also life gain triggers. Sythis card draw is ridiculous, and if you enjoy playing combos, you're sure to draw the pieces or even the tutors for pieces fairly consistently by abusing her card draw ability. Decks like Sythis and Sram allow the pilot to flow throughout the game very smoothly, and that's always fun. What makes Cypher so good is she can be played numerous ways at a very high level. You can go the enchantment Voltron route, or you can play white tokens with global enchantment buffs, or you can even play just hard combo pieces. There are numerous other ways you can pilot her as well. These 3 are the most popular, and you can buy this commander for around $1.50. Very budget friendly. Number 4. Volo, Guide to Monsters. A legendary human wizard creature that costs 1 blue and 1 green and 2 colorless mana to cast. He has 3 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. A copy of that creature becomes a token. If you're looking for a commander, a fun commander as well, that enjoys running large bulky creatures, then you will love Volo. The plan is to run loads of great big creatures and try to make sure they are all of different creature types, so that each time you cast them, with Volo out on the battlefield, you will then start creating copies of the creature being cast. Before you know it, you'll have an army of creatures to overrun your opponents with. You can buy loads of large creatures now in Magic on a budget, and Volo gives us access to green, so mana ramping is a lot easier for us as well. So having to cast those high CMC creatures suddenly becomes a heck of a lot easier with the access to green. You can buy this commander for around 35 cents. Number 5. The final card on this list. Hallar the Firefletcher. A legendary elf archer that costs 1 green, 1 red, and 1 colorless mana to cast. It has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Trample. Whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, put a 1/1 counter on Hallar Firefletcher. Then Hallar deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters on it to each opponent. Hallar is a very unique commander, and as it excels when you're playing the kicker mechanic, which is something you rarely see in the commander format. This alone is fun, as you're already doing something out of the ordinary when you are playing this commander. The majority of kicker spells are cheap to buy, and we get rewarded each time we cast a kicker spell, and things can get really exciting when Hallar has a large amount of counters on him. You can even throw in some nice spells that can add creatures, can add tokens to creatures. If you target Hallar, you'll get more tokens on it, meaning that when you do cast a kicker spell, Hallar will see those added tokens, +1/+1 tokens, and do even more damage whenever you cast a kicker spell. Globally, by the way, to each opponent, which is insane. You can buy this commander for around 40 cents. Okay, that's the end of my list. Have you played any of these commanders or played against them? Have you found a commander you want to build? That'd be really cool. I'd love to know, so please share it in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. As always, thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.